October 3rd. So what do you do when you teach a class? I mean, aside from the other stuff, the other stuff, like you want to make sure people are doing postures safely. You want to make sure that people are moving, or at least aware. You think so. You want to make sure people are at least aware of the joints that we're talking about and avoid injuries and bad habits. But that's like wild teaching. Some teachers will cue postures like as they go. They don't write anything beforehand. Some teachers might write just an idea or two. And I've tried a whole bunch of different methods. And I quite like settling in to a written flow. Just about every posture written down in some way, shape, or form. If somebody else had to pick it up, they would be able to read and understand what I'm trying to do. There's also a tendency. It's not about entertainment. You don't want to do the same thing every time, right? And what I mean by that is every month. Because I try to stick to one flow for the entire month. And it gives people something to settle into, something to expect. So they know when they see me next, that they know they're going to have Warrior 3 half moon standing split every time they see me for the month. But sometimes it's not easy to fill a 75-minute class. And this last September, I found myself running out of time at the end of class for a good long savasana, for winding down the postures. So today, I've switched to a new flow because it's October, and I find that I had way too much time on my hands. And that's why I like to write it and why I like to practice it. Why am I bringing up any of this? I don't really know, but there's a really neat bug over there, and I'm more interested in checking that bug out than trying to explain myself. Because I'm not sure where I was going with any of that. Oh, he's gone. The flow that I ran today was not a failure, though it did not meet my expectations. And sticking with my themes, right, I've had a number of themes like no momentum. Don't keep operating off of inertia. And certainly by writing a brand new flow and not letting myself settle into things, right? Because what are you going to settle into? If you're ad-libbing it, this is not a dig at teachers who ad-lib. But if you've only got a few months experience, right? I mean, I was certified in April. I haven't been teaching that long. It's easy to fall back into comfortable postures. It's easy to fall back into habits. And I want to avoid that. So to avoid that, I write stuff down and I make sure that I'm exploring postures that I don't often visit. Nonetheless, it did not meet expectations. But that doesn't mean it was a failure. It means I now have a new point from which to adjust and keep going. Failure is a strong word in our culture today. It's hard to say failure is the first part of success because failure feels so final. And if you're making mistakes and adjusting course and then continuing onward, you're not really failing, right? Failure is like giving up. Well, I'll never be a yoga teacher. I'm going to go be a postage stamp glue applier. I mean, honestly, that's a mechanical job. It's a machine. But when that machine breaks down, you gotta have backup. I'm trying not to look towards my wife because I know she's giving me looks right now like, what are you even talking about? I'm not going to try to salvage this and start over. I want to keep this just as it is. I feel like this will be a very special gem. This will be a very special gem in my vlog series. Because even any shortcomings of this here vlog are still not necessarily failure. They're another stepping stone toward bigger and better vlogs. I'm going to do my stuff.
Firing high.
Huh? What?
You don't have far to go. Get higher than that.
I'm still sore, but I feel good. Hi, Cassie. Hello, my love. My little light. I almost didn't do class on Friday because my body hurt so much, and I heard myself saying that. I think I was vlogging because I haven't. By the time you see this, you'll have seen Friday's post, but I haven't posted Friday's post yet. Anyway, it went something like this. I don't know if I'm going to go to class because my body is still sore from the other classes that I've been to this week. And I immediately put that into perspective as, am I rationalizing myself away from a behavior that I want to do for myself that's healthy? Or is this an honest self-assessment? And I decided that I was rationalizing myself away from behavior that I want to engage in that's healthy. So I went to class, and it was great. It was good. And my back is better than it's been in a long time, all things considered, changing my Chaturanga Dandasana to being on my knees. And I don't feel like that's leveling down. And I feel like I need another whole vlog post on leveling down, so I think I'm going to do that this week. Because leveling down is a misnomer. Leveling up is also a misnomer. So more on that later. Hey, chomps. Anyway, thanks for joining me on my practice. Namaste.